All right, Steelers Nation, buckle up, because we've got some juicy Pittsburgh drama. And no, it's not about who's got the best pierogi recipe. This is about Big Ben Roethlisberger, the legend himself, stirring the pot on the Steelers' quarterback situation. Ben's retired, but he's still out here throwing verbal bombs like it's 2008. So, what's the deal? Ben says rookie Will Howard deserves a shot to battle Mason Rudolph for the QB2 spot behind Aaron Rodgers. No free handouts. Big Ben dropped this take on his podcast, Footballin' with Ben Roethlisberger. Great name, by the way. Sounds like a backyard barbecue. He said, and I quote, "I would split time with Mason and Will in the preseason. I think they'd be playing for the backup job." That's Ben saying, don't just crown Mason Rudolph the backup king, let's have a cage match. Okay, maybe not a cage match, but you get the vibe. He wants competition, not a coronation. Now let's meet the contenders. In one corner, we've got Mason Rudolph, the veteran. This guy's been with the Steelers longer than some of Yin's have been waving terrible towels. He's got experience, a solid arm, and let's be real, a knack for stepping up when the season's on life support. Remember 2023? Mason came off the bench, dragged Pittsburgh to the playoffs like a hero in a Hollywood flick. Coach Mike Tomlin loves him, saying, "We like Mason Rudolph, but that's no secret. His experience within our building certainly helps." Translation: Mason's the safe bet. The guy you call when you need someone to not mess things up. But in the other corner, we've got Will Howard, the rookie underdog. This dude led Ohio State to a national championship in 2024, throwing for over 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, and even running for a few scores. Not too shabby for a sixth-round pick, right? Ben's been hyping him up for months, even before the Steelers drafted him. On his podcast, Ben said he should come in here with the mindset of, this is my job. I want to be the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers for the next 15, 18, 20 years. So why is Big Ben so fired up about this? Well, let's get introspective for a sec. Ben knows what it's like to be the guy fighting for a spot. He wasn't handed anything when he came into the NFL. He earned it, game by game, with that gritty, never say die vibe that screams Pittsburgh. Maybe he sees a bit of himself in Will Howard. You know, the big arm, the tough mentality, the I'm gonna prove y'all wrong energy. But Ben's also not throwing shade at Mason. He's just saying, let's make it fair. Let the best man win. Now here's where it gets spicy. Ben and Mason? Yeah, back in 2018 when the Steelers drafted Rudolph, Ben wasn't thrilled. He said on 93.7 The Fan, "I was surprised when they took a quarterback because I thought that maybe in the third round, you can get some really good football players that can help this team now." Ouch. Mason later took a subtle jab, saying he wouldn't treat rookies the way someone else treated him. Subtle as a sledgehammer, Mason. But Ben's cleared the air since saying, "I don't have a problem with Mason. Are we boys? No, but I'm rooting for him." So maybe this QB battle push is Ben's way of saying, no hard feelings, let's see what you both got. Here's the real question. Why does this matter? Well, Aaron Rodgers is the starter. He's 41 and coming off injuries. So the QB2 spot, it's huge. If Rodgers goes down, the backups got to keep the Steelers in the hunt. And with Pittsburgh eyeing a high draft pick for a quarterback in 2026, this preseason could be Will Howard's only shot to prove he's more than a clipboard holder. Ben's got a point, though. Competition brings out the best. He said, Will's road is going to be tough here in Pittsburgh. Unless he gets a chance to get out there and plays well right from the get-go, he's not going to be able to have hiccups. That's the NFL, folks. No room for growing pains when you're a sixth rounder, but Ben believes in Will, and he's not alone. Will's already got fans buzzing with posts on X saying stuff like, Ben Roethlisberger claims Will Howard can threaten Mason Rudolph's QB2 role. Let them battle. Steelers Nation is ready for this showdown. So picture this. Preseason rolls around and it's Mason versus Will dueling it out in the Steel City. Mason's got the experience, the playbook memorized, and probably a few extra Yinzer fans in his corner. Will's got the hunger, the arm, and Big Ben's blessing. Who wins? Nobody knows, but that's the beauty of it. Ben's right. Let 'em fight for it. It's the Pittsburgh way. Hard work, no handouts. Yeah, at the end of the day, this is what makes the Steelers special. It's not just about the quarterback. It's about the fight, the grit, the heart. Ben Roethlisberger knows that better than anyone. He's not just hyping up Will Howard or challenging Mason Rudolph. He's reminding us what it means to wear the black and gold. So, Steelers Nation, what do you think? Should Will get his shot? Is Mason the safe pick? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more Pittsburgh drama because, trust me, there's always more. We'll keep an eye on how this all develops as we get ready to head to training camp in Latrobe. And thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm out.